All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And today we are doing a different video. This one's a little bit on the personal side. Um, we're kind of making an update video for somebody that will be watching this. This video is specifically made for my daughter. It's kind of like an update video because I know she watches my YouTube channel. Um, so we're going to make a YouTube video from pretty much the last time I saw her till now. Um, Last time I saw you was September 26th, 2019, which is over 2 years ago. So we got a lot of catching up to do and like 14 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. Actually, 10 seconds, but who counts? Um, October, November, December of 2019 was actually pretty lame. That's when everything went to hell in the handbasket with your grandmother. Um, December was actually pretty interesting for me because I finally went to the doctor and they told me that I needed to get my tonsils out. So, yeah. So actually, September, October, 3 months from when I saw you, December 26th, I actually went into the doctor and actually got my tonsils removed a couple days right after Christmas. It was great. We even went out to like Golden Corral here in town and we went on like a food binge because when you get your tonsils out, you can't swallow anything. So I went and gorged myself with anything I could get my hands on. And then the following day, I went in for surgery and got my tonsils removed. And then I was at home for like a month in recovery from the surgery. It was very boring, very frustrating. Ended up going into the emergency room quite a few times because my throat started bleeding from where my tonsils were. So really touch and go for a little bit, but everything worked out okay. 2020 rolls around. Um, like I said, I was a month in recovery, so we'll jump to February. February 2020, COVID started, so shit started getting crazy. So around that time that COVID hit, people were shutting down, the government was shutting down, a lot of boring stuff going on. Then eventually we got shut down as a country. So nothing really crazy there. That was around March and April. I do believe in the end of May, I got tired of sitting at home, and I think we had just started going back to work. And I got told in counseling that I needed to get out and do more extracurricular stuff to get out and socialize. So that's what I did. Um, when I was about 18, 19 years old, I went to this place called Magic Springs. I actually did a review on them a few months back. It's actually, I'll link the video in the description. Um, so I decided to go there. I went there by myself. It's like 2 hours away from me here, and I enjoyed it. I was really scared of heights, and it kind of, I went there on and off for about a good month or so. And then after that, I had kind of ridden everything there. I really wasn't afraid of heights, but that's when I really started getting into roller coasters. And then in June, I went to Six Flags in Dallas for the first time. And then I do believe in June, um, I went Six Flags again, back to Magic Springs. That's where we took the kid to Magic Springs during that time. We took Asher there, your baby brother. And then in July, we made our first trip to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, in San Antonio, and SeaWorld down there. That's when I created my YouTube channel. This channel here actually got created in 2020, around July. I did my first review video there. It was completely horrible, completely horrendous. I was recording videos with my cell phone, so it was really, the quality was just overwhelmingly really bad. Um, so yeah. Um, so after that, we kept doing that for pretty much all the years of for the rest of 2020. We just kind of stayed busy between work and COVID still going around and everything else. We stayed busy. We kept going to the parks, doing reviews, just staying busy, trying to keep our mind occupied. Um, During that time, I would periodically check in with your mom to see how you were doing. and periodically she would send me videos and send me pictures of you to kind of keep me up to date on what was going on with you. Me and your mom did talk about some stuff that we talked about last night, um, and she's kind of on the same page as I am, so there's nothing really to be worried about there. All good things. I love the relationship that me and your mom have. It's great. Um, we get along great, and we can both be objective when we need to be. So let's jump to the beginning of this year, 2021. We were planning a really big trip this summer, but that kind of got thrown into the monkey wrench, got thrown into those plans. Um, I worked a lot of overtime in January, being able to do that, but ended up testing positive for COVID, and I got it pretty rough. It was pretty rough. Um, I think I was off work for a few weeks, and then I went back to work February the 8th. Um, Everything seemed to be getting back to normal. We seemed to be getting back on track. Um, we were planning on taking the baby to Disney, so we was like, okay, we still have enough time to be able to afford and do everything. So I went back to work, started working overtime, started making the money to be able to save up for it. And then I ended up getting sick again, this time not with COVID. Instead, the lingering symptoms of COVID that usually pop into young adults like me about a month or two after the initial infection. So April 21st was the last official day that I was at work. And then I was in and out of the hospital, in and out of the doctors, seeing pulmonologist, which is a lung doctor, seeing a cardiologist, which is for your heart, seeing different kinds of doctors all around the state, trying to figure out, what was going on with me, what was wrong, until they finally diagnosed me with lung disease. They said that 15% of my lung capacity had pretty much is gone. So they're saying that I'm used to breathing with 100%, and now I'm having to breathe with 85% of my lung capacity. So once we figured out what the problem was, it came time to being able to treat it. This took around probably about a good 5.5 months to be able to diagnose, find. I couldn't work during that time because, like I said, I was in and out of the hospital constantly. Nobody really said anything. I don't know what you might have been told about, the child support office and everything, but we actually called them. The insurance company, actually called and talked to them and told them what was going on. All they required was that I pay something. So I do believe your grandmother wasn't getting a full payment each week, but she was getting something, so that way it kept my butt out of the frying pan. And so that way I could focus on solely just trying to get better. So that rolled around until about the end of August, when I went in for a follow-up with pulmonology and cardiologist, and things started looking up. And then they finally told me I'd go back to work in September, which is actually last month, technically today. It's October the 1st. So September 14th actually was my first day back to work, and we've been doing it. And I think I had to leave work tonight because I was having really bad symptoms and was having problems breathing. But it's the first night out of 2 weeks, only having to go home one night. Actually, not too bad. So, but we're going to get all that taken care of today, just so that way we can kind of cover our butts, because my job is very senile when it comes to attendance. But yeah, that's been pretty much an update. In 2019, your brother was born. September 3rd, one day right after my birthday. So it's great. I have my birthday. It's actually funny because his birthday is like a month after yours, and then mine's a day before his. So that's pretty cool that we all have birthdays right around the same time. So, but obviously we still got to throw you a party and him a party. Can't do them both at the same time. I know that, we talked and we've got some good plans set in motion, and I figured I would make this video to kind of update you. Feel free to scroll through my channel and see a buttload of stuff, because I'm not looking at my channel right now, but I guarantee you there's at least over 200 different videos up. So feel free to scroll through and pick out what you like. This video is specifically made for you. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you later.